I'm back and I've got another idea for an Arduino project. I'm pretty excited about this idea. The project I want to make is an Arduino clock, but this is going to be a very unconventional clock. One of the reasons why I want to do this project is because in the world of mathematics, everything is ideal and things neatly fit in place. When it comes to energy and work, what works mathematically is not the same as what happens in the real world. So kind of to make a point of that, I've got these RGB LED NeoPixel rings. Each one of these LED rings has 24 LEDs in it. Now the interesting thing is there are 60 seconds in a minute and there are 60 minutes in an hour. So having 24 LEDs doesn't ideally fit. The hours over here is going to be pretty precise. The minutes and seconds though, they're going to be unconventional. The second hand is not going to tick every second, it's going to tick around about every 2.5 seconds. And the minutes hand is not going to tick over every minute, but once again around about every 2.5 minutes. And I love the idea of trying to make an accurate clock using a roundabout measurements. That's a little bit about what the project is. To help me realize that project, I've got a few different things. I've already soldered a set of wires to the LED rings, and I've kind of just hot glued them down to this bit of cardboard just to keep them in position while I try to prototype the project. I'm going to add a real-time clock module. The real-time clock module says here that it's made for Raspberry Pi. I'm not using a Raspberry Pi for this, so we'll see how that works. If I can get everything working the way I want to, I'll have a switch somewhere on this clock that allows me to switch between daylight savings on and daylight savings off. So that's the plan. At the moment, I just want to mock up the quickest, sturdiest prototype that I could get working and see what happens. I'm going to need my trusty Arduino, a breadboard, and some jumper wires. This is a DS3231 for Raspberry Pi. It has a little backup battery on there. The real-time clock is here. It's very small, and this is designed to keep very accurate times over long durations and can handle the power going out and coming back on again. The good thing about the DS3231 is that it also has built-in temperature adjustment. So as the temperature in the room changes, the oscillating crystal speed can change, and this is designed to automatically compensate for that. To begin with, I'm going to get a positive and negative to the real-time clock. I'll just jump those into the bus bar there. Now I'll need to provide a ground from the Arduino and 5 volts from the Arduino, so they will go there like that. I think that C will probably go to the system clock and D to SDA. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to give it a try and see what happens. So I'm going from SCK to C, and I'm going to go from D to SCA. So that's the real-time clock setup. Now I need to provide all of these LED rings with 5 volts and ground connection. This wire is flexible, so I'm going to need to solder a little end on to be able to stick it into the breadboard. So I'll do that now. I'll just one by one strip all of the wires at the end. And I'm just going to move that all out of the way, get my trusty soldering pad. I'll start connecting up the grounds and the 5 volts for the NeoPixel. So the ground is brown. I've tried to sort of stick close to a convention here, but you know, alright. That's all of the grounds connected. Now I need to connect the 5 volts, and this one's going to be an issue straight away. So the soldering line comes back out. Okay, that's a bit better. 1, and orange, of course, is my positive. It should have been red, but orange wire is the one I had lying about. Then I'll set up, you know what, I'll wire the hours, minutes and second hands straight into the Arduino. And now, of course, it's over to the laptop to check, first of all, which pins did I actually refer to control the NeoPixel strips, because I can't remember that, and of course to upload the code. I did do some coding off camera. I don't think anybody wants to sit there and watch me mumble and bumble my way through trying to figure out how to code this silly thing. Like I did in my last Arduino video, I'm going to find a way to upload and share the code and put a link to that in the description. For the last video, haven't actually figured that out yet, how I'm going to do it, but when I do it, it'll be in there. Looking at my code over there, I've got the hour pin on pin 5, so the hour pin is white. I have the minute pin, which is red, on pin 6. And then I have the second pin on pin 7. Upload some code to this and see what happens. Hopefully we should get some LEDs doing something on here. I was nearly going to say nothing yet, but something is actually happening. That is not exactly what I planned this to look like. It's kind of behaving in a bit of a funny way. I would like the clock movements to be much nicer than this, but I have proven that my LED strips work, which is a start. There it is. I have proven that my light strips work. The time feature and controls about the second hand and the minutes hand and the hour hand, that all needs work. I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be giving you updates on how this all pans out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.